So, what can civil trial lawyers like me do to hold the government accountable and to hold ICE accountable when our civil liberties are violated? Let's talk about it. Many people have suggested that we use what are called 1983 actions. Unfortunately, with ICE and federal agents, 1983 actions don't work. 42 U.S.C. 1983 is a part of the federal code that says that if a state or local official, think a local police officer, violates our civil liberties, if there's excessive force or people are injured, then you can bring an action against that particular agent or agency, like the state police, for violations of your civil liberties. Unfortunately, in most cases, this doesn't apply to the federal government. So people ask, what can we do when a federal agent violates our civil liberties? And that's where Bivens comes in. You'll hear Bivens action. Bivens versus 6 unknown federal narcotics agents is a Supreme Court case from 1971 that involves a violation of the Fourth Amendment, an unreasonable search or seizure. In Bivens, the Supreme Court said that agents can be held liable for violations of the Fourth Amendment. And the Supreme Court has also expanded that to include violations of the Fifth Amendment, which would be a lack of due process or a violation of your due process rights. If you're accused of a crime, you have the right to go into court and prove that you are not guilty of that crime. Unfortunately, with Bivens, it is a very, very narrow set of facts that allow you to bring these actions. The Supreme Court has been very reluctant to expand Bivens beyond the Fourth Amendment and the Fifth Amendment. These actions are very rare. So right now, the best way to hold the federal government accountable for when you were injured or somebody is wrongfully killed is still the Federal Tort Claims Act. And it is a long, lengthy process that is administratively difficult, and a lot of lawyers are very unfamiliar with it. What we're starting to see now is states are taking action. California has advanced a bill that would allow for 1983 type lawsuits against federal agents when people are injured or their civil rights are violated. That would go beyond just the Federal Tort Claims Act and would be different than a Bivens action. So right now, for civil trial lawyers like me, the Federal Tort Claims Act is still the best way for us to get justice for people that are injured or wrongfully killed. Unfortunately, that process is very, very slow, and it doesn't allow us to take other actions in the face of violations of our civil liberties. Thankfully, the law is starting to change in the states, and hopefully we will see those changes at the federal level as well, so that we can ensure that there really is justice for all.